Obviously, the quality of the videos, the equipment, and everything else will also go up, resulting in a better experience for you, my friends. That sounded corny. You know, after being into this lifestyle, how much time are we actually spending doing that? Because that's the real benefit of earthing and grounding. This is a very structural benefit to your musculoskeletal system, obviously. I mean, if you transition correctly and you don't injure yourself, which I also did at the start when I transitioned into these. So go slow, like, you know, any kind of transition, with any transition in life, maybe wear these half the week, like alternate days, and slowly ease into it, right? And see what changes you feel in your body and muscles. Within 4 months, they were yellow. I was like, the fuck? Why would I buy white sneakers if they're gonna turn yellow? That's just, I just buy yellow sneakers then. What the hell? Toned legs, sold separately. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Zephyr, and today I am unboxing and reviewing the Primus Asana 2 Men's from Vivo Barefoot. The Vivo Barefoot Asana 2 Men's is a barefoot style shoe. For those of you who are new to this barefoot lifestyle and so on, I would like to urge you to check out my other video, the review of the Primus Lite 3s, which I did a year and about 7 to 8 months ago, and I'll show you the condition of that shoe in a bit. And so at the start of that video, which I'm linking above right now, I explain a little bit about the barefoot life and a little bit about why people get into barefoot shoes and so on and so forth. For the rest of you who already know what all this is about, this is the box it came in, right? So it's the usual red covering, which has not changed in a year and 7 months. That's the sort of packaging. It was by DHL, obviously. If you look at the top right, you'll see that. For those of you who are into shipping and handling and that type of stuff, you'll understand what these mean. Probably the different ports, I'm not sure. But it also has the Vivo Barefoot logo and name over there. And on the back, it has the entire Vivo Barefoot logo and name right there. The reason I ordered these actually, and for those of you, just an additional tip, is I got the Primus Lite 3s in October 2022. At time of making this video is July 2nd, 2024. So that's how long it took for there to be a ripped hole over here, which is at the part where you bend when you take steps and so on and so forth. So that's how long it took. Overall, it's been a great shoe. This is the wear out pattern on the foot. Not always, obviously, because that's my foot. It might not be yours. And I had about 1 centimeter of space at the top, which is unlike any other shoe I've ever worn in my life, because I was always wearing those shoes that kind of get you pointy, dress shoes, sport shoes, playing drums for tons of years, tens of years maybe, thousands of hours in Converse, which was really squashing my feet like that, because I, as a Persian man, have pretty wide feet. But yeah, so I finally ordered these, and my wife paid for them as a gift, because we're going for some overseas travel, so she had a say in the shoe, and the color I got was limestone or white, as close to white in those colored options you have. So go check those out on the site, and once you open it, this is what it'll look like. I've not opened it yet. I'm unboxing with you guys, and the fun part is you guys get to see it before I do, because the shoes will be facing the camera and I'm gonna look at them on the screen. But let's go. Actually, they open pretty easy on this side with this little sort of wrapper they have. You just peel it off like that. Don't actually need this, so I'm gonna put that away. And okay, that's the box, as you can see, right? It's a pretty Vivo Barefoot Primus Asana 2 limestone leather. That's not what I recall ordering, but let's check it out. I must say this looks pretty brown on the box, because on the site they looked white. Let's have a first look, guys. And here we are. All right, let's go. That's what it looks like. Let's zoom in a little bit in a second, but let me just show you all sides of the shoe. So let's start here. They've got this little pattern here. which they did say on the website they would have. It's a little gray and a little white. Okay, let's turn it this way. Show it to you guys here as close as possible so you can see the different parts of the shoe. All right, let's take this out. Oh, it's pretty long in there to keep the shape of the shoe. The inside is a natural cork. I believe it is cork. Feels like cork sole, which you can probably take out as well. Okay, I must stress, for those of you who are new to this shoe, and so am I, that this is one piece. This is one entire piece. It's not like the Primus Lite 3, which has a tongue. Like normal sports shoes, you know, you have a tongue. But on the Asana, it is one entire piece, like a glove. And then these laces, which are very aesthetically nice, are purely for tightening, I believe. So let's go ahead and see if we can remove that sole. And so you see, you can remove the sole. Let's pull it out. Okay, the bottom is the same as my other Vivo. It's a multicolored greenish looking thing. On the inside, it says a very nice Vivo Barefoot. All right, now the shoe itself is pretty soft. It's pretty soft. I'm not gonna bend it fully. I don't want to spoil it. Just gonna leave it like this. This pair I'm gonna take care of well. Because what happened to the Primus Lites is that when they got really wet from running around in wet weather, I put a blow dryer and then I just left the blow dryer on the floor about this far away from it. And look what happened to the edges. You see here along the edge? They look like octopus sashimi or something. They got kind of sort of warped out of shape, and that was not very nice. So this, I'm not gonna do that with. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like a nice shoe. Oh, the sole, that's right. So the sole is the same signature hexagon design, and it has a little red Vivo there. Oh, there we go. The camera is autofocusing. Look, it's that rubber sort of vibe. And right here, it says Vivo Barefoot. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go. This time we're just gonna be walking around leisurely, so maybe I'll leave the sole in. But yep, this one, don't see any damages or defects. This one looks pretty solid as well. In the back. It's got a little Vivo there as well. Not like it really matters. Right, there we go. You can see that 44 in there. So it has this little sort of thing in here where it says the size of your shoe. It's a pretty sturdy box in case you want to store your shoe. This brown is a little misleading, so don't panic because the actual color of the shoe is this. So it's kind of gray like it shows on the website. Thank God the website's accurate. But this is the color on the box, so don't panic when you open it. It's not exactly the brown that they show on the box, so don't panic. It is indeed this gray or sort of whitish, grayish off-white color that it shows on the website. So the color is accurate to the website, so don't worry too much. Right, this is what they look like together. I might as well put them on. Let me shove this sole back in. Okay, this is like the moment of truth. Okay. So slide them in like a glove. Okay. It's perfect. It's like a glove, literally. And I don't have to tie the shoe yet at all. It's fitting pretty good. Comfortable in most directions. A lot of bouncing around at the airport because I have a child. Definitely a lot of running. So I'm pretty happy with these. Can you tell? So my size is obviously 44 for Vivo, Euro 44. I'm never gonna debate that again. I took a while late at night, one night, like 2 a.m. is it this size or is that size, or 1 cm or 1 mm, and they tell you to like get a bigger size and blah 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 blah. Holy shit, I just realized it fits a lot more snugly than this guy. So this guy is a lot more snug than this one. I have about less than a centimeter of space in the Asana 2s. So up here, I've got about half a centimeter. More space than your average shoe. You know, those, if you're new to this lifestyle, the Converse shoes, the sneakers and all that, you wear your socks inside and then you have barely any space left. But this one's got about half. But this one's got about a half centimeter right here. So that's good. And it looks pretty non-conspicuous, really. It doesn't look like a barefoot shoe. I know when I wore these, people will, this is obviously flatter for lifting and all that, you can see. This one's got a bit more thickness, like from this part of the shoe to this part of the shoe. It's got a lot more thickness than this one. This one's a bit flatter, if you can see what I'm saying, and really fits the feet. And so when I wore these for the first time, my mother-in-law was like, your shoes look like flippers, because, you know, so these Asana 2s are less wide and less long than the Primus Lite 3s, but then again, they might spread out over time. We don't know. Let's see. So this is what the outfit looks like. It's for casual wear, and I was very worried that they might not like go with, you know, the outfit. But this is a typical outfit that I would wear outside. And I used to wear like a colored shirt, mostly black, with like white berms or like light brown berms. You know, I would wear this black stuff everywhere. And people are like, why are shoes always black? Because I just bought the one pair for all use. But this seems more casual, seems more fun for sure. Toned legs, sold separately. They don't look as cool as if you were wearing like a Converse or a Nike sneaker, because the look from the top, then again, that's just the look from the top. You know how like when women, there was that meme about how when they wear like a sort of low neck thing, like there was a meme saying the view from up here looks so good. I don't understand what he doesn't get from over here. So it's similar. When you look down at these from the top, I'm gonna try and twist my leg. So if you look at them this way, right, they seem a little like, it feels a bit like old school from the top, but from the side, it does look pretty trendy. So this is the side view. They look okay, like any old pair of trainers. As I said earlier, pretty nondescript. So they don't look like very flashy. They don't look like Nikes. They look like basically an unbranded pair of white sneakers. Like you just pick up near your house for 15 bucks, except they cost a lot more than 15 bucks, 10 times the price in USD. So there's that. Let me show you the view from the wearer's point of view, and you can look down and see how it is. And maybe I'll also walk around in front of a mirror and show you that next. But those are the shoes and what they look like. Pretty standard, nothing crazy. And that's the front view. These are pretty loose berms, so they might look different, you know, if you wear like skinny jeans or whatever you guys do. And that's the side view. See if I can go a bit closer. Okay, now let me show you how to take these out, okay? So because they were slip-ons, you don't really have to undo the laces, because the laces have nothing to do with this one piece. So you pretty much gotta, you just pull it out. You just pull it out of the heel and out it comes, pretty easy. As for the smell, it's like any new shoe smell, like being in a shopping mall in a shoe shop, you know, you got that shoe smell and the cork adds a little bit to it. It's a very nice smell, like it's almost like being in IKEA. It smells like those, you know, IKEA is full of that wood, that layered wood. It smells kind of like that. Needless to say, it's not going to smell like that in a few days after I use them. What happens with these, if this is your first time buying Vivo Barefoot shoes, is The sole the sole is the one that starts to absorb the sweat and the smell and the bacteria and so on. So that's the one that's gonna stink. And I was wondering why these Vivos stink so much. I took out the sole, stink gone. We're visiting a pretty cold country where I'm gonna use these, so hopefully we won't sweat as much. But that said, humans are humans, and I'm a hot-blooded Persian man, and I'm gonna sweat for sure. I'm gonna be doing workouts and all too. So maybe eventually I'll take out the sole and I'll let you guys know how the smell was, but you'll figure that part out yourself. All in all, I'm excited to wear these. I do want to say the white aesthetic choice was my wife's choice because she was buying me the gift. So she was like, I get to choose, we did a joint decision. And I was like, okay, fine, yeah, since you're doing it. Eventually, I'll probably have all their colors because I kind of like their shoes. Yeah, the laces are pretty nice. You see, it's pretty trendy looking. But hopefully you can understand what I was saying from the top about, the 60-year-old sneaker. I guess what I meant was when we were growing up, we had these really flashy shoes from Nike, Adidas, Converse, and other brands that would come in. There was even a brand called Power in Singapore, maybe somewhere from Asia. And so those were pretty like high-tech, looking at, if you guys are sneakerheads, you know what I'm saying. This looks pretty simple, but it's maybe more minimalist and more in line with the current life of yoga and minimalism, spirituality, and all that stuff. I mean, for crying out loud, this is called the asana, which I believe is, I could be wrong, but it's a name for pose in yoga, which I could be totally wrong, but I believe that's what the yoga asanas are. I'm sure there's a deeper spiritual meaning. It's a pretty nice, flexible shoe. I don't know why people do that actually, because human feet never actually go that way, but that's how flexible it is. Can't wait to wear these. I like the fact that they're white. Mwah. I don't know why I did that, but they seem kissable. I did want to say that the white choice was hers because she said to the place where we're going, she's like, everybody's wearing white sneakers. And I was like, that would be the last color I buy in Singapore because of the heat and humidity, they would turn yellow. When you buy white rubber, I once bought Nike Air Force Ones, or the Adidas Air Force Ones. I believe Nike Air Force Ones. And I'm not a sneakerhead. And so that was like 180 Sing dollars. Within 4 months, they were yellow. I was like, the fuck? Why would I buy white sneakers if they're gonna turn yellow? That's just, I just buy yellow sneakers then. What the hell? I would never do that in Singapore. As I showed you just now, they look pretty alright with white pants. I imagine they would go with brown berms as well. They give that peppy schoolboy look. I have a pair of red berms I'm looking at right now, like maroon. It would go with that. It would go with black berms as well. Maybe white shirt, black berms, and white shoes. That could go too. I'm just thinking about the outfits. Actually, these could even go with a suit because, instead of wearing those big ass sneakers that people wear with suits and then the bottom of the pants all folded, this would allow the pant to drop right straight onto it. Not as flat and low as the Primus Lites, if you can see. The Primus Lite 3 heel is here and the Asana heel is here. So the Primus Lite 3 is really like barely on your body kind of thing. This one's a bit more like a shoe, so it's a bit higher. But the thing about it being higher and cut in this way is that the pant, if you're wearing a long pant, it could probably also drop. I'm not wearing long pants today. I don't usually wear long pants in Singapore because it's so damn hot. So I can't show you how it looks like with long pants. But if you stay tuned to my vlogs and subscribe on this channel, you'll probably see how they looked with the jeans that I wear when we're on holiday and I do the holiday vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll drop my 15% discount code from Vivo in the description of this YouTube video. So if you want to get a pair of any of Vivo's shoes at 15% off, feel free to hit that link. Other than their pairs that are already on discount, then that discount code won't work, but then you wouldn't need the 15% because usually their discount's more than that. And full disclosure, I will also get 15% off of my next pair each time you buy a pair. But so many people watch my YouTube videos and keep clicking buy on the previous video, which I linked above at the start of this video, but I'll link it again if possible. So many people click buy on that. I don't buy that many shoes, so it's impossible for me to use all those discount codes. But once every 2 years or 1.5 years, when I do buy a new pair, I will be using those codes. So thank you so much. And in case you tuned in somewhere at the middle of the video, or you're the kind of person who likes to click around your videos, not me, I explained what barefoot shoes actually are and why they're good for our feet and so on. To get that explanation, go to this other video, which I've linked above, and I'll also put it in the description so you don't miss it in case you miss the top. where at the start of that video, which was the unboxing of these in October 2022, I explained what barefoot shoes are and so on. Also, I'd like to insert a little tip here, which I just thought of today, which is we call these barefoot shoes, but how much time are we actually spending barefoot in the earth and the mud and the soil and the grass and the sand and the leaves, keeping our feet in contact? And so less walking, more just stepping and holding it there. You know, after being into this lifestyle, how much time are we actually spending doing that? Because that's the real benefit of earthing and grounding. This is a very structural benefit to your musculoskeletal system, obviously. I mean, if you transition correctly and you don't injure yourself, which I also did at the start when I transitioned into these. So go slow, like, you know, any kind of transition, with any transition in life, maybe wear these half the week, like alternate days, and slowly ease into it, right? And see what changes you feel in your body and muscles. Other than wearing them, how much time are we actually spending? Because those are the benefits of earthing and grounding, which I feel is also very important for the inside of your body and your inflammation, taking it away, curing arthritis, things like that. You know, go research into earthing and grounding. But it's a two-pronged approach with this shoe and this shoe. Just kidding. It's a two-pronged approach with your shoes and spending time outside barefoot. So I urge you to spend more time barefoot. Since this is YouTube and a fun place to be and not just some educational channel, I thought let's get my wife's impression on these shoes, which are the gift that she bought me. Let's go see what the rest of the family says as well. Let's go.
It's very nice. They're very similar to the ones that I have from Hobby Bear, but these are really nice.
Yeah, do you like them?
Love them.
Dad, do you like them?
Yes, very nice.
Happy birthday in advance.
What the? I don't want this for my birthday. No, actually, I love them. I like the white color. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click like, please subscribe to this channel, and turn on the bell icon for more notifications about every time I post a video, which is not that often, but quite often I try to. That really helps me in return for the value that I gave you in this video, if I gave you any value in this video, to continue making videos like these. I don't claim to do it full time, and I don't, because I have other gigs which I also truly enjoy, like making videos in the creative space. But I really also do enjoy making videos. And so if we can get this channel monetized, obviously the quality of the videos, the equipment, and everything else will also go up, resulting in a better experience for you, my friends. That sounded corny. And let me know if you like this type of more casual video, or you need everything to be amazing with studio lighting and so on and so forth. So click around on any of the other videos popping up around my head right now. I'll link a few playlists, self-care, maybe some personal development stuff, and maybe my barefoot journey, or maybe some health videos. Alrighty, take care, and see you on the next one. I don't know why I keep doing that. I kind of think that'll be cool in the middle of the video frame. Would it? I'm not sure. See ya.